Well, hello there, Long Cove Club members. I'm Lauren Thompson, and today we have a very special June edition of the Long Cove Club Insider. To keep you up to speed on what's happening at the club and the vision for the future, I'll be interviewing various members of club leadership. It should be fun and informative, so let's get right to it by chatting with our president, Ray DiMuzio. So Ray, the Long Cove Club Board of Directors is focusing heavily on strategic planning. Can you give us an update on what is happening?
Yes, Lauren. You know, our current strategic planning period for the plan that was developed in 2018 ends at this year. So the board has to come up with what the next steps will be, what the next plan will be, how that will be put together, whether they be capital projects, how we work with the town, how the environment around Long Cove is changing, et cetera. What's really important, though, is it's not the board's opinion on where we go. It's the community and the membership's opinion, and that's why we're having all these sessions to exchange information, whether they be the community engagement sessions, whether they be the upcoming town halls. We need to know where the community wants to go so we can make the right decisions and put the right plans together.
And in reference to the governance pillar of the strategic plan, what are the next steps on updating the Long Cove Club governance documents?
Well, as you know, we have several governing documents. You know, they start with our covenants and bylaws, and then there's the rules and regulations. The rules and regulations are updated fairly regularly by the board with input from the community. The bylaws and the covenants need member approval through referendum. So they haven't really changed in about 40 years now. In several cases, they're outdated. In many places, they're quite confusing. We took a stab at making a wholesale change a couple of years ago, kind of redoing the entire thing, and that turned out to be really too complex and difficult to communicate. Didn't end up anywhere like we wanted it to, so we're taking a different approach now. We're going to take, starting with the covenants, take it piece by piece, the pieces that we think do or could impact the way we operate, and ask your opinion to vote on those, on how they might be changed. So the first referendum to do that will be coming up shortly, and you'll hear more about those in the upcoming town hall meetings.
Well, Ray, let's shift gears to the facilities pillar. The community recently completed a series of community engagement sessions to gather feedback. So what did the board and committees find from that?
So those sessions were probably the most engaging and enlightening information forums I've ever attended in my time at Long Cove, which is 18 years. The amount of input we got from the membership was fantastic. Everybody was there. The conversations were enlightening and cordial, but it gave everybody a chance to hear different points of view and opposing points of view, and I think everybody came out with a broader picture of the issues, so to speak, or the potentials when it comes to projects. So we had over 200 members attend, representing 150 households. When you include the online feedback we got, those numbers rise to 300 plus and 200 plus households. The whole program was developed and managed by Randy Rose and the Long Range Planning Committee. That group did a fantastic job. I think everybody will attest to that. And frankly, Randy, as chair of that committee, is much better off and much better person to give you the details of what our findings are to date on that. So I'll turn it over to Randy.
Thanks, Ray. I also thought the sessions were super informative and appreciate everybody coming out. In terms of specifics, we validated that the members here are interested in things like dining improvements, pool upgrades, and additional parking, but not as interested in things like a fitness facility, a relocation of the sports center, or expansion projects.
Thanks for your time, Ray. And since we've already brought in Randy Rose, let's bring him back for some more insight. So Randy, I'm curious, will the proposed facilities changes stay as is or be adjusted based on feedback?
They will absolutely be adjusted based on member feedback. I mean, that was the entire point of the exercise. We wanted to gather our members together in an intimate setting and really listen to what they had to say. As an example, there was clear support for dining improvements, but that support came in the form of support for decor upgrades, an expanded kitchen, and a larger bar. But equally as clear was our membership wants us to better utilize existing space in the clubhouse before we consider a large and costly casual dining addition project.
Yeah, that makes sense. So with over a third of the members offering feedback, how do you plan to share the results and next steps?
In line with our goal of full transparency, we plan to share the detailed survey responses and feedback themes at the town hall on June 12th. We'll also lay out next steps at that time, and in short, we plan to spend the summer months reshaping those initiatives that had member support into something better. We'll be working closely with the Finance Committee, the board, and Mario and his team throughout that process, and we'll continue to keep everybody up to date as we go.
Well, thank you, Randy. And finally, let's bring in General Manager Mario Campuzano to talk about operations. So Mario, as you know, there was a great deal of feedback regarding dining at the club. Where will you be focusing your attention, and what can we expect as members, both short-term and long-term?
Hi, Lauren. Well, we heard from our community loud and clear, and as a result, my team and I have gone to work to figure out ways to fully utilize the existing clubhouse and to provide more dining options and service options for our members. Some of the things that we've already done: we've expanded our hours in the snack bar to 5 p.m. to better serve our golfers, our sports center members, as well as members that are enjoying the pool with their guests. Next, we'll be accepting dining reservations until 8 p.m. This will be for reservations as well as walk-ins. The kitchen will remain open until all orders are in, and the bar will now be open until 10 p.m. or until the last member leaves. Lastly, we're going to be moving Sunday brunch downstairs to the grill room so that we can maximize seating options for all of our members. We're also going to continue concepts such as Pub 44 in the coming months. As we look forward to the fall and beyond, we are going to be announcing that we will now be open for a Wednesday night dinner service that will feature a pasta buffet as well as a prime rib carving station, soups, salads, desserts, and more. We're super excited about this, and we hope the members will respond favorably. The last thing that we're doing is reevaluating all of the existing space that we have, from the living room to the outside patio areas to the JFB and our private dining rooms, to see how we can better utilize those spaces for our members to provide a better experience, as well as being sensitive to the needs of the cultural community and the activities that they host. All of this will be featured and presented to the membership in the June 12th Town Hall meeting, and we're excited to present that to our members. Now back to you, Lauren.
Okay, Mario, now for the literal million-dollar question: what is all of this going to cost?
You're right, Lauren, and that's a great question. But it's difficult to provide a final cost until we're able to measure the results based on member usage. Of course, there's an expense associated with this implementation, but in contrast to new buildings, the cost is reasonable and will ultimately be decided by member frequency and use per member. Internally, we're focused on building a great team, training and developing, and maximizing our resources so that we can more fully control our costs efficiently. Our committees have been working very hard on providing estimates for proposed projects, but the reality is that until we have a final plan and a proposed recommended project to move forward with, it is very difficult to put a final number on these costs. More importantly, our Finance Committee, under the leadership of Doug Wetmore, our Treasurer, and Matt Ramsey, our CFO, will be presenting a fiscal picture of the club standing so that the members can be better informed as we move forward with our strategic plan. Thanks very much for that question, Lauren. Now back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Ray and Randy and Mario, for being with us today. There's a lot of great work being done, and we want to be sure to thank the committee members and volunteers who prepared for and executed the community engagement sessions. This was 100% member-driven and member-run, and we couldn't have done it without their support. So members, you don't want to miss the June 12th Town Hall meeting. If you cannot attend in person, it will be live streamed and also recorded. And that's going to wrap things up for this edition of the Long Cove Club Insider. Until we meet again, I'm Lauren Thompson. Thanks for watching.